Well, Brett, as a law enforcement person, what's protocol at this point? Where are you? Because I feel like the FBI is involved here as well, right? So is it? Well, because it's a government official, even local government, does it make it federal?
Right. So one of the reasons why I think the FBI is in it because it was political, literally a political-based assassination. So the FBI would help local law enforcement in that case just to go through those motions because though it's on the state side, you want the federal government involved. Because they don't want to see this kind of stuff, a copycat or something, going nationwide.
Okay.
So you'll see that. But I will be willing to bet this will stay primarily in-house with the city.
It'll be the state patrol, right? That's the troopers are usually tasked with.
Well,
aren't they?
Well, it could be. They're kind of tapped with like the governor and state, but yeah, they could be the ones taking control. It could be the city. I'm not sure what jurisdiction that they're going to put it at, but it could be Champlin. It could be Brooklyn Park. It could end up.
And they locked down all of Brooklyn Park, didn't they?
Sounds that way.
Yeah. So all those, I was just at a graduation, and all the graduations that went on today, they probably had to cancel in Brooklyn Park.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of different things got canceled. And even I was hoping that, the No King's Day I know they were having protests and you can do that stuff. I was hoping that, that would be canceled in light of what's going on here. Mm-hmm. You got to focus in on something bigger than, your views right now. So we have to come together as a whole and kind of deal with this and try to get through it. So I'm glad that nothing just blew up out of that.
Yeah, agreed. Because I think even, with this going on, having these protests and things going on are drawing away resources.
Sure, absolutely. For these types of things, yeah. So on another note, on another note, Tony, let's get to our guest and what we're here for in the beginning as he takes a drink and clears his throat a little bit.
The whistle.
So you're from Mounds View, I see.
I am.
87 graduate. Brett's ganging up on me again, like I said. So tell us about your journey here.
Boy, where to start? Really, there's a lot. Where should I start?
Where should you start? Yeah, just start right after high school.
Where'd you meet Brett?
Where'd you meet?
Well, I've been thinking about that, and I feel like where our family is at Shepherd of the Hills.
Shepherd of the Hills Church, yeah. So we met there at Shepherd of the Hills. I think we were like elementary or even
definitely
junior high.
Yeah.
I think it was junior high,
yeah.
And kind of went from there. Now, like one of the big things that I remember with you was the music stuff. You were always kind of involved in music, and all of our friends were, and that's like the Steve Philbrook, Matt Vernon, we had Tony, Brian
Tony's
Glodek.
in TV Leighton, isn't he?
I am, currently, yep.
Okay.
So tell us about that. How did you go from kind of high school, getting out of high school, and then boom, you're in a band that's that draws pretty big across the state, across the Midwest, and almost nationally here.
Yeah, well, it was luck being in the right place, and obviously it's who a lot of the times in that industry for sure. And obviously knowing Brian from Mounds View, I'd go to see him early on before he started picking up the crowds and playing bigger venues, whatnot. So as I started going out and just became a fan of Brian. And then as he started growing the band and playing more frequently, I brought out a set of bongos one night and like, hey, just come and let me sit in. And he's like, maybe not tonight, but eventually he asked me to come in, sit in with the band at a little acoustic show. And then that kind of just launched
that's nice.
My career with Brian. And I was self-taught with hand percussion stuff, and I kind of just picked up things as I went along and took a few private lessons here and there just to figure out how to not hurt my hands, which I did initially. But, but yeah, so that kind of started the whole real music thing. I mean,
Did you start out with your mom's pots and pans?
No. Well, yes, I did actually. That was first. But I was really fortunate that my brother played the drums too when he was young, and he moved out of the house and packed his drum set away. And I discovered it as a young kid. So I banged around on that for a little bit and
drove your parents crazy.
Well, yeah, among other things too. But that was that's probably what started it. Yeah. And then I got into the school band programs and, kind of.
When did you start playing music?
When did I start professionally?
No, just playing. What was your first?
It was
in the kitchen with his mom's pots and pans.
Right. It was grade school, ensemble.
So you had the plug right away.
And a bass drum. Yeah, I did. I did feel it right away. And I think that's partly to my adoption story too, and maybe we'll get to, but partly why I felt drawn to music and to play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with Scott Wenham?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yep.
Yeah. So I grew up with Steve Wenham, was one of my best friends growing up, and he was the older brother.
Yeah.
And always remember watching him play the drums in the basement and stuff. And
yeah. Well, I don't know if you know that Scott was a part of GB Leighton also.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's a great guy, good singer.
Wow.
One of those guys. And he's was a Marine, and I think his brother may have been
they
a
both
Marine
were
as well.
in the military. Yep.
But yeah, I remember it, and just that guy is such a fitness freak.
Oh yeah, he was always big. He was always big, tough guy.
Yeah,
both he and his brother.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Scott's a great guy, and he just where did I see him? He was doing something. He has a little country group that he does once a month over at Newman's Bar in North St. Paul.
Oh, okay.
And twang time they call it, but another ex-GB Leighton guitar player, Luke Kramer.
Right.
Also
I remember him.
Yeah. So
he was very good, especially with the genre of music that you guys played. It was pretty good.
Yeah, real good.
Now, what were you doing in between the break? Were you doing anything musically, or you doing?
Yeah, that's why I left. I guess it was about 8 years or so with Brian.
Yep.
And it was great. We were just starting out, and we had started the Bunkers Wednesday nights, and
that was anybody that remembers Bunkers, the Wednesday night with GB Leighton, it was huge.
So fun.
It was fun. That place was packed. Even more so than Monday nights, which was Dr. Mambo's Combo.
Right.
I would go there and there would be a lot of people, but Wednesday was like I'd wait out in line just to get in. So you guys really had a big draw there.
Yeah, we were able to manage that, lines out the door for it feels like a couple of years. And,
that's great.
What was that other kind of house thing? Sunday nights at the Caboose. What was that? Do you guys remember what the name of that was?
Greasy Meal.
Yep.
Greasy Meal.
Okay. Yeah. That was always fun.
Yeah,
and
those guys.
Actually,
are
some of the
awesome
Vikings players would go there after their games, so I would always kind of stalk them there. It was kind of fun.
And I think the Vikings announcer used to talk about going to the Caboose on Sunday nights and living it up with Greasy Meal. So
a lot of these young people.
His name's Bruce. He does the Vegas Golden Knights now. He's a really cool guy.
Okay.
Wow.
A lot of these
when they won the cup a couple years ago, he as an announcer was part of the team and got a ring and all that stuff.
Really? Wow. That's awesome. That you're that embedded in the team as an announcer that you get a ring too.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
These young kids don't realize how cool Minneapolis was back then.
Oh, yeah.
And how great the night scene it was.
Yeah, there's so much music.
And it was safe. I mean,
it was very safe.
You could walk around in downtown Minneapolis and
till 3:00 in the morning.
Right, absolutely.
No fights.
And there's no fights. There's cops on every corner. Everybody was happy. It was a different feel. I mean, the feel that you got when you're downtown it was
a safe feel.
It's cool. Everybody was having fun. There wasn't really any kind of violent behavior. You might get a bar fight here and there, but that was very few and far in between. You just didn't see it.
When I was head of security for David Fema at Minneapolis Cafe, I think there was only maybe 1 or 2 fights in the couple of years that I worked there.
Okay. Because you were working there.
Yeah, because I was working there.
They saw Stacy and they went, you better behave.
I calmed some things down a little bit.
Sure.
So then, after the big GB Leighton stuff that was going on Wednesday nights, what did you do after that when you took that break from the band?
I was offered to to play drum set. So with GB Leighton, I guess if you guys don't know, I'm a hand percussionist. So doing that and along with the drum set player.
I play drums too.
Sounds like you're darn good.
Yeah, I got the rim shot down. That's all I
know. I'm sure you do.
So anyway, just being in the music scene, it was one of those Wednesday nights after, several years with Brian that we, had some friends out, and on a break, a couple of the guys came back and like, hey, we're putting a little jam thing together and going to do it Thursday night down at the Whiskey, but we need a drummer. Are you interested? And, like, sure, I'll give it a shot. And went down and tried out or had the audition or whatever, and they liked what I was doing, and I hadn't really played drum set per se professionally, so I was learning on the job more or less. But
okay, cool.
It was a great opportunity because the musicians that I was playing with taught me everything I need to know. We did a lot of listening to records, and and I was suited for the style of music that we were playing, which was rockabilly, and stuff like that. So a lot of the I guess if you would say the tops of the hand stuff, more or less, and figured out how to use my feet eventually. So,
that's a bass drum down there.
Exactly. And what's this other clangy thing? So that band as a rhythm section would go out and tour, and we'd back up other artists and bands, and we traveled quite a bit and did some radio, and the one group that I got to go to Europe a few times.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what part of Europe did you end up?
It was, we did Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg. So really that region, but it was amazing. They fly you in there and put you up. And it was pretty cool because there's these big music festivals. So they have, 30, 40 bands playing over the span of a weekend or something like that. So they just, fly you in, put you up, and then the next morning they give you your itinerary, be here for the bus, and they bus you out to the site. And first time I'd ever seen a tent that's, blocks long, it's just amazing. And it was so cool. But yeah, they just set you up, and they treat you like rock stars.
That's cool. And you were a rock star.
Well, more to them, to the Europeans, because what they really liked is the roots and the blues and all the stuff that the Beatles and the Stones were listening to influence them. So they wanted to know, what are they listening to? Is it still alive? And it is. So they brought.
What year was that?
Gosh, I'm going to say it was probably 98, 99, right around then. And we did go a couple times consecutively. We were on a little label that set us up with tours and on all those things. And it was pretty neat. We actually, one of the trips, were asked to do a recording session with a Belgian artist.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
And of course, there's a language barrier. So, what we were trying to do is just treat his voice as an instrument. We don't know what he's saying, and ultimately we figured out he was talking about something high in a tree, and whatever, but he was really passionate about it. But yeah, so that was a learning experience for me, how to listen to music and translate it into something that, you're creating.
So, is this something that you guys were like kind of working with in the studio, or did you do something beforehand, come up with an idea before you went in the studio, or was it kind of organic?
It was totally organic. It was another artist that this promoter had on his roster. We knew we were going to do a session, but we didn't have any of the material prior to getting in the studio or any of that. So we just, he sat down with an acoustic guitar and played and sang, and then we kind of just built it around that. Yeah.
That
sounds
really
like
cool.
fun.